Alright, hello and welcome back everybody. After a brief revisit to our loading disasters, we have made our way into the second game of Virtus.pro versus Relax in the joinDOTA League Season 2, Division 1. And, well, VP took Game 1, looked pretty strong, holding off the push of Relax until they were able to get Illidan nice and farmed up, and he kind of took it from there. And, well, back with me again is Couture. How did you like that last game?
It was pretty damn awesome, I have to say. Lots of back and forth struggling, and Virtus.pro just managing to edge it out in the end. Their lineup, I guess, it was built more for the late game. So Relax, they definitely had a time window, and this time around we already see something different as Virtus.pro grabbing themselves the Batrider, and actually that's a hero I haven't seen for quite some time because it's just always banned out.
Yeah, and Virtus.pro, they knew they were first picks, so they didn't ban it out themselves, and Relax was apparently fine with letting it through the pool. I believe they banned the same two heroes from last game, Scared of the Wisp more than the Batrider apparently, so well, to see if that trade-off pays off for them. Virtus.pro actually did ban the Lycan, surprisingly, their dire side this game, and actually they banned it for the Radiant team, which is a bit strange, but well, Relax, they go with probably one of the most popular supports right now in Shadow Demon, and then Luna to follow it up. Strong carry, has some kill potential as well. Doesn't really do well by herself in lane, but pair up with a Shadow Demon or something like that, you've got some kills waiting to happen in your lane if some offlaners get too close. So a strong carry. Another hero with some pushing potential like last game with the Lycanthrope, but not going to be the same hero this time, but same sort of potential. We'll have to see just how it pans out. Definitely a better late game carry than the Lycan, that's for sure.
5 seconds remaining.
Definitely is, although I can't say I really like the Luna that much. I mean, playing it myself, as far as hard carries go, I guess she's the best, but I just feel like she needs a bit too much farm. I guess so does the Morphling. They're a bit similar in that regard. But Virtus.pro, especially with the Batrider, if he gets that early Blink Dagger, this Luna is going to be in a hell of trouble, but I guess that's where the Shadow Demon comes into play. So the heroes, the two of them in combination, I guess they're pretty fine.
And now VP goes for a Sand King. Between these two heroes, the Blink Initiation is strong in Virtus.pro, and the team fight's certainly brought by the Epicenter. And Burrow Strike's pretty damn good as well, so nice little pickup there with the Sand King. Something that Relax might have gone for themselves as well to pair with the Shadow Demons, so nice little deny pick as well. One less ban for VP to throw out, so I really like the Sand King pick. He's one of my favorite heroes to watch. Blink Burrow Strikes are just, I don't know, it's just really entertaining Dota when a Sand King enters the fray.
Well, I do love the Sand King as well. Even without the Blink Dagger, it can be strong early on, although of course the Burrow Strike range, it's just horrible, especially on the first level. Usually it's really good to actually partner him up with something like the Shadow Demon, maybe buy some time with the disruption for the Sand King to get close, but it's not that necessary. The only qualm I have with the Sand King as well as the Batrider is, if the Batrider goes into the off lane, has a bad time, he actually has to come into his own jungle to farm up, which means that Sand King can't really do it himself.
Yep.
But that's a minor issue, really.
Yep, certainly true. As long as they don't have another hero, like a carry that has a bad time or a mid that has a bad time, has to fall back into the jungle as well. Two's okay, three's a crowd as far as heroes farming your jungle in the early game. If you get the stacks up, it certainly mitigates that problem a little bit, but I don't know, we'll see. But as far as the bans go, VP take out Centaur Warrunner, and this combined with Shadow Demon, I know it's Suns fans' favorite combination of heroes, because the burst damage of the Soul Catcher, Double Edge, and Stomp is absolutely absurd, and that can clean up pretty much any hero immediately, so smart ban from them. Taking an Axe out as well, that's an annoying combo with Shadow Demon too. And Relax, they take out the Disruptor, and no team fight wombo combos with Epicenters inside of kinetic fields this game, but it would be pretty hard to do, but that would have been pretty fun to watch if they nailed it.
It certainly would, and actually the Axe ban, it's kind of a respect ban, it feels like, by Virtus.pro, because Shachlo actually plays a beast of an Axe. So, unfortunately, we won't be able to see it. Maybe they really thought that they'll go for an aggressive tri-lane with just creep skipping with the Axe, maybe with the Shadow Demon and Dazzle on top. Not too sure, but whatever the case may have been behind the reasoning of the ban, we won't see it. But relax, the fourth ban about to come out. They took out the Disruptor. If they go for another support ban, I'm not even too sure what support would be the strongest. I would actually really like Rubik already, up against Shadow Demon and the Luna.
Yeah, Rubik's a really nice hero. An instant disable to help Sand King maybe get in range for a Burrow Strike at the early levels. Those two heroes could find some kills. can do okay roamings, especially with the Sand King, so that's something they could maybe want to do, as TA is the ban, and, well,
Radiant team
they don't want to see that God TA, and he played pretty well last game. I mean, Illidan obviously took the spotlight, but God certainly did okay for himself as well, so this is a high-impact hero that they're taking out of the pool for him, and, well, they've got a lot of things left. They still need to support and 2 cores, so a lot of heroes Relax could maybe go for here. And, well, VP with that Axe ban, actually, I'm thinking they may want to go for some sort of melee carry, because Axe, you're not really too worried about it unless you're scared of him going up
10
against
seconds
a melee hero of yours that needs farm, and Axe is just a real pain in the ass if you find yourself in
5
that
seconds
situation. So
remaining.
we'll see if they go for something. Maybe a Wraith King, potentially. They call it also Naga. It's a hero that isn't getting picked
Reserve
quite as
time.
much as it used to, but definitely still in the pool and something they could go for
Meepo.
if they want to. Meepo. Oh, we can dream. We can dream, but this is
Yeah.
not this is not I'm trying to think of even like teams that even do it all the time. I don't
10
know.
seconds.
I'm gonna say
I
Southeast
don't
Asian
think there
Dota
are
is
any.
crazy, but oh man, Meepo would be pretty sick.
5
But
seconds
well,
remaining.
I mean, Meepo does get wrecked by Axe, but well, Elder Titan is the pick, and so I'm guessing it's gonna be offlane Elder Titan. But that's actually a lot of damage with the Soul Catcher plus the Natural Order. Oh god.
yeah, and if you stack that that armor reduction on top of Luna Glaives bouncing around, you could be in a lot of trouble. It's similar to the Ember Spirit combination with Elder Titan. And actually, speaking of Ember Spirit, they could go for it if they want to. Go for that combo. It's gonna mean 2 heroes that don't do tremendously well in lane by themselves in the Luna and the Ember, so
10
it's a bit
seconds
greedy.
remaining.
But if they get a decent start with that Elder Titan armor reduction, it's
5
going to be
seconds
absolutely
remaining.
ridiculous to deal with. But, well, we'll see how aggressive VP gets if they think that might be coming. And, well, with Sand King
Reserve
already
time.
and Bat Rider, they definitely have some fight potential, so Relax might want to be careful. And with Shadow Shaman, add a couple more
Radiant
disables to the
team
pool. If they do go Ember Spirit, that would really suck, so I would like to advise against that now that I've said it. But after that pick, and a little bit of push potential as well. And Shadow Shaman just a solid hero, and yeah, I like this hero a lot. He's really good. Nice long-range Hex Initiation, lets Sand King get in range as well. So, good way to start a fight with a Blink as well. And 3 Blink heroes, so a lot of mobility potentially midway into the game for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, if they manage to actually somehow win the early
10
game,
seconds
they'll
remaining.
definitely just create so much havoc in the mid game. I mean, Relax, with some
5
nice
seconds
rotations, of course,
remaining.
may be able to dodge them out and Relax.
Puck.
They go for the puck now, really elusive,
Virtus.pro's turn to
but
pick.
what still, the Shadow Shaman is really good against any elusive hero with the massive amount of lockdown that he has.
Yeah, it's going to be all about Puck getting the jump on these heroes before she gets stunned out. Because between the 3 of the heroes on Virtus.pro, right now, all of them could pose a bit of an issue to Puck. So she is going to have to try and silence most of them, if not all of them, if she can. But we're going to see an OD.
Radiant
And,
team
well, that's going to make Puck's life a little bit sad in the laning stage. Goodbye, Orb for escape and farming. Unfortunately for him, so... OD not a hero we see all that often these days. Just generally picked as a hero to annoy the mids, definitely. And, well, adds a little bit more fight with the
10
ultimate, but that's not really what you
seconds
get him for. So, well, it's a hero that needs a bit of help, and
5 seconds
if he gets roamed on,
remaining.
it can be a bit painful. So we'll have to see what Relax pairs with the Shadow Demon in addition, because Puck plus a couple of heroes is, once he gets level 6 especially, is that means whoever's on mid is dead, so we'll see. Storm Spirit banned out
Virtus.pro's turn to ban.
against VP, so I don't know. Maybe they were just expecting that Storm Spirit aggressive tri-lane potentially.
Yeah, it might have happened. I mean, I really didn't think about it myself, but actually, the OD draft, I'm not too big of a fan of that hero. Sure, it crashes the mid lane more often than not, but, well, it definitely can work out because at the moment, like you said, some rotations actually might hurt the OD really bad, but until Puck hits that level 6, so far, they only have the Shadow Demon, and the Shadow Demon Puck on the early levels, it's not too much of a threat, I think, against the OD.
Yeah, it's gonna be all about this last hero pick for Relax to see if they can efficiently roam onto OD, because OD, the hero, it's a true snowball hero. If he gets a really good start and he gets like a massive intelligence advantage, there's not a whole lot of heroes that do quite as much damage as an OD can do in a fight. But if he gets off to a bad start or even like an average start, the damage potential is just not there, unfortunately.
Radiant
So
team pick.
we'll have to see how the lanes go for VP with that. And, well, at least his Bad Rider to help create some space at level 6, but that'll be about it. Enchantress gonna be banned out, and this is a pretty smart ban. Shadow Demon into Centaur Stomp from an Enchantress would be a fair bit of damage, and a Puck on top of that would be probably spell the doom of whatever hero gets gone on. So pretty smart ban there. Still some options for Relax. I mean, the Rubik's still there, not the huge damage dealer you want per se to go with the Shadow Demon, but we haven't seen it in a while. There's a Lina, there's a Leshrac potentially as well if they want to go for nice heroes to follow up, or like support Kunkka we've been seeing a couple times recently as well if you want to go for a bit of a niche pick. But they go Lone Druid, so support Elder Titan.
Yeah, sure looks like it. I mean, I guess it works out just as fine as an offlane Elder Titan does. But now the question is whether they're going aggressive with the Luna, Shadow Demon, Elder Titan, maybe even send the puck safe lane and have the Lone Druid up against OD mid lane.
Yeah, the Elder Titan is pretty annoying as a support because just a couple of levels in his spirit is really, really annoying to deal with. And then if you add that to the aura that he has, plus the Luna additional right-click damage, heroes in that lane will be taking quite a bit of damage if they get gone on by Shadow Demon, so they certainly could try to get aggressive here. And yeah, I think that is it. And the Lone Druid is that one hero. We see him placed mid, not very often, but if he is, it's generally against an OD just to screw with that hero. One of the few heroes that can wreck with OD mid. And Virtus.pro's last pick is a Lifestealer, so a hero that can fight and survive with Rage if he wants to, but is a melee carry, so he'll have a hard time getting some farm if it is an aggressive lane against that Luna. I mean, with the Luna and the Shadow Demons, so we'll have to see how the lanes shake out here, but some fighting heroes, a lot of fighting heroes, and I'm excited to see a Lone Druid, to be perfectly honest. I haven't seen a Lone Druid in some time. It's just a hero that we don't see that often anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've also really seen him like maybe 1-2 times maximum, it feels like. So it's going to be pretty nice. And the Lifestealer pick, if by some mishap it actually happens that Lifestealer is up against a Lone Druid 1v1, the Lifestealer is actually pretty decent in that matchup because he can just feast away at the bear.
Yeah.
I don't really see with the hero player matchups that it will end up like that.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I feel like that Lifestealer, he'll have to be part of this tri lane because I mean, who else is going to be? There's absolutely no way. So, well, let's go ahead and choose our teams. On the side of Relax, taking up the reins on the Lone Druid will be Shotchlo. And oh god, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, Puck can be played by Tamai Wild or Crazy, Yoki on the Luna, Dread on the Shadow Demon, and last but not least, Windex on that support Elder Titan, and you can take it away for VP.
Yeah, for Virtus.pro up on the dire side, of course, Jotun will be playing the Sand for them as NS. He's heading towards the bottom lane on the Shadow Shaman, leaving Illidan to play the Lifestealer, which of course will make the last of the aggressive tri lane. We've got up in the mid lane OD and Arsart will be playing the Batrider safe lane. Looks like up against an aggressive tri lane. It might get scary for him, but with Firefly, at least if he just completely doesn't get caught off guard, he should be fine.
Yep, and if he gets at level 3, he'll have decent access to the jungle, but the problem is with the aggressive tri lane, he won't be able to work with the left side of the jungle too tremendously well if he wants to, because, I mean, there's just going to be a bunch of heroes there, and this Observer Ward does block this large camp, correct?
Yeah, it should.
Okay.
I'm guessing it does.
I'm hoping it does. I mean, I would assume that's the point here. He doesn't want to let that aggressive tri lane also get pulls off of it if they want to, and we'll help them get the vision on their movements as well, so we'll have to see if they try to de-ward that. As far as, let's check the supports actually. There are no sentries on them right now, and not a whole lot of gold either, so that ward should go undewarded. Man, 2 prefixes on that word, a little bit silly, but that word should survive, and I think that'll serve this Batrider pretty well, so we'll see how he does up here. A couple Elder Titan Illusions going to try and chase down this Sand King in the jungle, but going to punch him around, so yeah.
I mean, Windex having the Stout Shield really wants to completely man fight, and can easily do so. I mean, the Sand King, he's hanging around the top lane, maybe trying to help out, but even the Illusions are scaring him off at the moment. Oh god.
Yeah, this will delay, and if he tries to stack a camp right now, there will be an Illusion standing in it as well, so a bit of an unfortunate situation for Jotum. But, well, we'll see how much he can get out of this jungle, but they know he's in there now with the Illusion Scouts, so we'll see how they try to shut him down as well.
Crazy just almost gave away first blood. He dropped down to 16 HP. I think, was there a haste rune actually? I'm not too sure. No, there was the illusion rune, so NS just somehow was extremely fast. He has the boost of speed. He was just chasing Crazy down with the right clicks, and the other shot got down 16 HP. That was so close.
Yeah, and well, yeah, Puck until you get phase shift can certainly be vulnerable to these sort of things, but well, we'll get that level 2 decently soon here. And it's just kind of hanging out and looking at how VP has laned this. Oh, Soul Catcher top lane, along with the disruption, doing a fair bit of damage to Arsart. Is there going to be a Lucent Beam? No, there's not. Yoki just not quite in position. I believe he's in the side shop actually, so finishing up his Bassi ring, so not quite able to finish off that kill. And only level 1 Lucent Beam anyway, so I'm not sure they get it, but certainly would have been a bit more damage. And Farsar does fine in this top lane. I really like how VP have decided to lane this. A bit unconventional, but it makes the Puck's life a little bit harder. Batrider should do okay in that top lane. And Sand King, if he get his stacks off, should do alright in the jungle as well, so...
Yeah, they've really done it pretty nicely. I guess they predicted Relax's lane setup to some extent as well. So at the moment, I mean, this bottom lane, Elder Titan as well as Crazy on the Puck, they should actually do pretty decent-ish against the Lifestealer as well as Shadow Shaman, but oh, Shadow Shaman, he's smoked up. He wants to kill off the Lone Druid, maybe. I'm not actually too sure if they have enough damage between the two of them.
Well, he's been astraled 3 times. One of them is wearing off, so there's a lot of right-click damage on the OD right now, but I think you're right. I'm just not sure the burst is there. Shadow Shaman is indeed level 2, so he does have a Shackle if he can get in range, but the range on Shackle is just, frankly, not very big, so might need an Imprison to set it up as well, but he definitely wants to go on this mid lane. Let's see if he's actually able to get something done.
Yeah, he's
now. This would be a good time
wasting a lot of time as well, but if he ever wants to go for
Can
it...
you get the Shackle? You're just gonna right-click him once and run. NS is not about this. Well, I don't know about that smoke, buddy. It's a nice idea.
It's
but,
mental tactics.
yeah, it was a nice idea. It just did not quite work out the way they wanted to. And well, looks like Lifestealer's now alone in this bottom lane for a little bit until the Shadow Shaman comes down. So he's been bullied around a little bit by the Elder Titan in the Puck with the right clicks. So the Puck's damage right now, she didn't go for a Null Talisman or anything, so it doesn't have a ton of harass damage onto Illidan. So with the Feast up, he'll do just fine. Has found level 3. He's actually leveling Open Wounds up nice and early too. So delaying that rage a bit, but should be okay. But if he gets caught out by Puck, that could be a bit of an issue. But oh, looks like Puck is the one who gets caught out. Has an orb and a phase shift, but there's no mana for orb, and doesn't even use the phase shift, so she'll go down. And well, using that orb to farm, I guess, and wasting a lot of mana, and she does.
They're going to mid lane as well.
Oh, mid lane. Trying to find this Jotum giving chase, but doesn't have enough mana for a second Burrow Strike quite yet, and he does not even bother to chase. But Lone Druid makes out with his life. Let's see. He does have a salve, so he salves right up, has a bear back, so he will be just fine. Did they didn't like kill the bear, he just like resummoned it, right? Or did they kill it?
I
don't think
I think he resummoned, he would have lost HP otherwise.
Yeah, okay. Well,
But he did use the salve, so I'm not too sure. Checking at the gold on God. I mean, it doesn't look like it by the gold that he has at the moment. Otherwise, 300 gold, you would notice it pretty early.
yeah. Well, Jotum actually picks up an Invisor in top, and there's no wards up there to really spot this, so he should be able to maybe go find someone heading top lane right now, but I don't know if he and the Batrider really have the damage to clean anything up here. Maybe they can blow up the Shadow Demon, but Shadow Demon has thoughts of his own. Trying to find a disruption, has the Soul Catcher ready to go as well. They don't know Jotum's up here. This would be a disaster. They go on Yoki. He has 5 stacks of Napalm on him, actually, letting it stack up way too far. And he'll go down to the right clicks. Man, you just... I mean, I know you're trying to farm, but you can't let Batrider get that many stacks up on you. And, well, gets 1 kill, chasing Dread down. Has Napalm again. Oh, never mind. The Napalm stacks wore off. He just didn't really want to spend the mana to finish that off, so... Dread will be okay, actually. He's going to try and chase us down to right click Arsart, who has no mana, so...
Well, they have Lone Druid rotating in as well. The Lone Druid actually might be, you know...
Nah, with the boots, Tranquils will get him out of there just fine. And Batrider's almost level 6 with that kill, so... Really nice find, and nice rotation from Jotum. Obviously, the Invis rune helps out quite a bit, but chose the right time to go. And, well, Looney's be a bit more careful with the stack she gets up on her, and, well, Windex using that, spirit damage to just force NS out of this lane, and, well, once you get a couple levels in that, the damage becomes appreciable on the right clicks if he gets the drain off, so he needs to be a bit more careful. But Illidan finding a lot of free farm now. He's gotten up to 24 last hits. Luna's still leading even though she has the kill in the last hit category, but she's gone for an Aquila, so a little bit more of a early game sustain item and a little bit of fighting as well, so should help her out in lane a bit. And Jotum actually being left in the lane now. Batrider feels like he's free to jungle or maybe go for a pick at this point with the lasso at level 6, so Jotum could get some XP out of this, but he actually just leaves, so I guess not. That's fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, Luna, he's going for the early fight build, like you said, whereas Illidan going for the opposite, and oh, he wanted to go aggressive and crazy, but of course, there was the illusory orb, so Illidan had to back off, but looks like Illidan is actually going for a Hand of Midas, so he doesn't care too much about the early game, I guess.
Lots of right-click damage. I don't know if Illidan quite expected the amount of right-click coming out from Windex there, but he'll make it out just fine. A little bit of Feast health certainly helps out a bit, and he should be able to regen okay, but his health is pretty low. Might want to be a bit careful. He's going for an Orb of Venom, actually. Oh, the stomp hits!
Oh god,
Well,
that was... And Illidan overstaying his welcome there, and that's actually going to delay his Midas if he's even going to go for one now.
Yeah.
And even though NS is rotating in, I guess NS is just gonna hide at the tower, wait for the lifestealer to TP in and try to go for the kill, or no? Never mind, just gonna soak up XP, get some last hits. But still, Illidan going down, so actually both one position players have died now at least once.
Illidan confusing me a bit here. I mean, looks like he wants that Midas, like you said. I mean, he could turn into an Armlin if he wants to abandon this, but he's really close to the Midas at this point, so I don't think he will. But going for an Orb of Venom and then a Midas seems a bit weird to me, but I guess it's fine. Helps him to get a little bit more harass damage on pucks. It helps him out in the lane, I guess, but probably going for the straight Midas probably would have been a touch better. It's hard to say, so we'll see how it turns out. But Luna continuing to farm this top lane, and well, we'll see how quickly she decides to go for a BKB. Against an OD, it's kind of just something you have to get, and add that onto Epicenter. She'll have to get one even against the Bat Rider. No Eternal Envy builds here.
Yeah, BKB, it's really a nice item, or would be at least. I mean, last game we didn't see any BKBs, so might or might not go for it. I guess just man-moding it up, Russian style. But actually, Illidan has his Hand of Midas now on the courier. It's gonna just make a little sidestep into the mid lane for OD, but it's gonna arrive at the lifestealer, I guess, at around the 9-minute mark. So it's actually pretty decently timed. This is the first in net worth, to be honest. Didn't really expect that.
Yeah, and yeah, take a quick look at that network chart. Yeah, Lyster, I mean, he's hit this lane to himself a lot. There's been a lot of roam going on from these heroes, even without his death. I mean, even considering his death, he's still doing okay. And both carries have died once, so the Midas advantage will go to Lifestealer. I mean, a little bit of attack speed certainly doesn't hurt, so he doesn't mind. Goes to Midas is that big centaur, so...
Oh, they're going on God mid lane. They're chasing him down.
Oh, this is... Yeah, unless he gets like a self-astral, which he does have if he wants to, but feels like he's safe, just bottles through it. But, well, NS might not be so lucky. No defensive disruption for him. I mean, Astral Imprisonment, basically a disruption. Almost the same thing, but... Well, we'll find the kill, but Bat Rider does have his Blink now for Virtus.pro, so... Well, that's basically go time, trying to maybe find a couple of pickoffs. But top middle lane getting pushed a little bit here, and G would just gone top. He's like, I don't want to fight mid. I'm just gonna go top and farm. You guys can deal with that. And well, with the lone druid and the Luna, it's an appreciable bit of right click on this tower. They can do some pretty decent damage. Shadow Shaman maybe gonna spam some ether shocks and try to back us off his bottom lane. Well, there's your first free blink kill. Sorry I missed that one, but they do find out the puck with the lasso.
Yeah, and that's actually a pretty damn fast blink on the Bat Rider, even though relaxed they went for the aggressive lane to maybe try to shut the Bat Rider down. Didn't really work for them. I mean, now Ars are sitting on 2 kills and of course Tranquils plus the blink. That's pretty damn nice for him, and every time the lasso comes off cooldown, I'm expecting them to at least try to go for a kill.
Yep, and well, take a look at the Shadow Shaman. He's almost level 6. Mana pretty low at this point, but once he gets level 6, they have the potential to push some more towers of their own with the wards, but until then, they just really don't have a whole lot that damages towers. Bat Rider, not really a great pushing hero, helps greatly in picking off heroes when they're defending a push, but doesn't do the damage himself. Lifestealer needs a couple of items. Sand King doesn't really ever do anything to towers, so we'll see how it turns out.
They're gonna find Windex though. Illidan is rotating in as well. Oh, he has to be so careful.
Yeah, if our started to caught a stray spirit there, that might have done a little bit of damage there, but he'll be just fine. Takes his creep in. We'll just blink on out of there. Got to run back to base to get his mana and health back, more than likely, so he'll be fine. But NS, almost level 6 now. With a couple of creeps. Oh, well, no. Scumbag God gonna come in and take his XP, so sorry, NS, but he'll get there soon. Picks up a smoke as well, so gonna maybe look for a kill here pretty soon.
Well, speaking of God, what do you actually think he's gonna go for? Is he gonna go for like more of the greedy build or go for the utility, getting the mech for his team?
Well, looking at his team, here's the... You don't see any real typical mech carriers on their team. You certainly can get it on Shadow Shaman. It does delay the mobility blink. But I guess on his team, he doesn't need to be that guy. So it's fine. I really do like getting a Force Staff as soon as possible on OD, because it helps you get yourself out of sticky situations. He's a pretty squishy hero if he gets caught out. So that certainly helps. But, I mean, if they want a mech anytime soon, he's going to have to be the guy to get it. So it's up to them as a team to decide if they want it or not. I don't know. It's not really up to him, unfortunately, to decide. But, well, it could be okay. I really like the more damage dealing version of OD. That's the way I like to play it personally, but I also just like getting kills. I don't want to heal people. I'm here for the kills, man, so... Oh, God, because the OD burst, so if you get that decent start with the intelligence items, it's good. If you're about doing, actually, now that I think about it, if you're, like, even in a game, this game's pretty even, I would say. Mech is probably the better choice, because it'll help you a bit more in a fight than those sort of snowball items right off the bat. But Shadow Demon, gonna pick up the deny on the bottom tower. A little bit of gold that VP would have liked to have in their pockets, unfortunately for them, but... we will see smokes. They're gonna look for some kills maybe in the jungle, but there's a lot of relax heroes down here, so they'll be pretty careful if they want to make their way down to the jungle. But they're looking towards top lane actually, or maybe
Yeah, at the moment actually both teams are more or less passive. I mean, this smoke is really the first sign of like actual aggression that's happened in this entire game 12 minutes in.
yeah.
And well, for this game, I'm not actually too sure which team has the edge in the late game. I'd have to say it's probably Relax, and they're going to
gets casually entangled. The damage almost gets him with just the bear, but here comes the heroes. There's gonna be a blink lasso. He is in true form, so we'll take quite a bit of damage. But the wards popped as well, and the epicenter, they're going all out. And they do clean up the kill, but these wards, unfortunately, just out of range of the towers, so not gonna be able to help them push a whole lot. And well, I think Relax bottom lane, they will just be content to split push. Illidan actually pops out of the infest, gets coiled immediately, and he will go down. So a kill going the way of Relax as well, so looking quite possible that both teams will get a kill and a tower here out of this.
It's so funny to watch. I mean, Illidan, almost every time a core hero of Relax dies, so does Illidan. First it was Luna dying, then a minute or two later, Lifestealer died, and now once again, although it did happen with so much less time in between, but still, in Illidan, it's nice getting a Lifestealer, but I would really think that a Lifestealer is usually a hero you want to go for the early fights with. But at the moment, I guess they're just content farming up. And yeah, he just TPs back to the bottom lane. There's not even a tier 1 to harass there anymore. He just wants to farm up.
Yeah, but I can't really blame the guy. He's picked up a bracer, so it looks like he's going to go for drums, unless it's just a casual bracer and he's feeling inadequate. But I'm assuming it's the drum build for him, so that'll help the team fight a bit early on, and like you said, he's going to be the early fighting guy for the most part. But, well, we see Arsart fire flying around the jungle, seeing what's up, not going to run into too much. Yoki continuing to farm up. He's working towards that BKB, has the Ogre Club done, and he actually just bought up a 1,000 gold item. I'm confused. Or was that...
Morbid
okay.
Mask?
Well, he goes for a Morbid Mask. Okay, so I guess he just wanted to tank up a bit and then go for some... I don't know. We'll see what item he actually finishes first, because I feel like he needs the BKB against this team.
I
And
really
we'll
think
get it
it's just a
eventually.
casual Morbid Mask just to not actually have to run back to base to reach an up after farming.
He has been spending a lot of time in the jungle, so I guess from that point it makes sense. So probably a decent choice, but yeah, that BKB should be the first priority from him. So well, he'll be working towards that. And well, back to the passive farming game. There's two teams playing very similar right now, and both content to do it. And like you said,
It's boring as hell, man.
yeah. Looking at the it's not gonna be the funnest thing, but as far as late game goes, I mean, OD, he kind of scales off against BKBs. There aren't that many BKB heroes, just the Luna on Relax, so it shouldn't be a huge deal late game. But they do have the Lifestealer, and they also have the Bat Rider initiation, which is probably the best super late game initiation because it always works, pretty much, unless Shadow Demon's there to just kind of screw with it. But also some physical damage from the wards. But looking at the side of Relax, a 12-slotted Lone Druid is absolutely terrifying, and with the minus armor aura from an Elder Titan and Assault Cuirass eventually as well, it's pretty good too. And I think I have to agree with you, the late game edge, it's really hard to see here. I think it's just going to come down to how well these teams play and execution. It's going to be a very, very close game if it keeps going like this.
Yeah, it's even support-wise. I mean, the Shadow Demon, I guess it does fall off a bit, but then again, Purge will always be nice up against the Illidan on the Lifestealer. And other than that, I mean, Sand King, really high impact hero. He has actually his Blink Dagger as well and shot him now.
Yep, decently fast. Oh, Blink Coil trying to find NS, and well, they certainly will catch him out. He doesn't stand much of a chance here. Gets a mana entangle as well for the last hit in the Lone Druid, so he does go down, and that should open the door to take this tier 1 top. At the same time, their tier 2 bottom and tier 1 mid is getting pressured a bit as well, so need to be a bit careful to how they distribute their forces here to try and defend. But it looks like they're just gonna go ahead and grab this tower pretty quickly. Do they have a glyph? They do not, so there's TP back immediately from Windex, and well, they're gonna blink. And bit of a ambitious Elder Titan ult there, but does catch Jotum, but Jotum, well, the epicenter doesn't quite clean it up, but OD drops the ult and will kill off the Elder Titan with it, so 1 for 1 in this mid lane so far. And well, well, here goes Bat Rider, and he has a Blink Lasso, so Puck, you could be in a bit of trouble with the damage potential from, god, this is gonna be way too much damage. Killing spree for Arsart, so nice find there. And yeah, so at the end of the day, 2 for 1. Tier 1 tower does go down top, and the towers for Relax do remain intact, so pretty close. OD actually grabs the middle tower as well. So I think at the end of the day, VP slight edge in that engagement, but not like tremendously so.
Yeah, and actually, I guess we should have a small look at the graphs as well.
Yeah.
Lots of towers going down, and actually XP, it's around 4k in the favor of Virtus.pro, whereas gold, it's pretty damn even with only 1,000 1,000 for the side of Virtus.pro. So, I mean, both teams just farming up, not giving away too many kills. Tower-wise, it's actually 1 tower advantage for Virtus.pro, and that's exactly the 1k gold they're ahead with.
Yeah, this game is about as close as it gets, and it's going to take some big fights to really turn the tide. And we've examined the late game potential. As far as mid game fights, I think it's even the same way. Like, they have pretty equivalent fighting potential. If VP gets a really good initiation, I think they might have the edge with an full epicenter at level 11 from Sand King. But until then, it's really hard to call it. And I mean, it's all about who gets the jump on who between the Puck and the Batrider, I feel, so far. And when it comes to big fights, I don't feel like that'll change. Ward's drop top actually going to be used to clean up the Elder Titan and pressure this tower as well. Bear going to work trying to clean them up, though, so a lot of money for this Bear.
Yeah, the wards, you usually just want to get the tower with it at least. And of course, Lone Druid is one of the best heroes to just farm out the wards without actually endangering himself. I mean, they do get the tower down pretty low. Maybe... Oh, they're going...
Silenced up, but the silence doesn't last long enough. And he reveals the Sandstorm. I don't really know. I'm kind of confused what happened there, actually. I thought he would be able to just channel it, but he moves. He gets killed off. Crazy actually only just barely surviving that encounter as well. Will get earned up, though, so it'll be just fine. And, yeah.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, Dread,
Go ahead.
Dread immediately popped the dust. That's why he actually didn't try to go for the Sandstorm.
All right. My bad. Well, that's what co-casters are for, catching me when I make errors. And, well, looking at some item progressions, God has gone for the Force Staff, so looks like he's skipping the mech. He could go back for it, but I doubt at this point that's something he wants to do. But looking at some other heroes, Lone Druid obviously going for his Radiance. Let's see, how close is he? He's up to 3k gold. Actually, top lane. Soul Catcher, well, going to be thrown at Illidan. Illidan trying to finish this tower off, but forced a Rage TP. Not enough damage to clean him up. 4 heroes top. We'll find it. Illidan makes it out, so no harm, no foul. Not that many spells used, so he'll get out. Lone Druid, so like I said, 3,000 gold, so he's getting close to a Sacred Relic at least. Maybe not the Radiance itself, but he actually buys some TPs up, so a little bit further away, but that's not a big deal. Blink on Sand King. He doesn't really need that much more. Let's see. Elder Titan. I don't know. He's not found too much. Has Arcane Boots. Not much more. He could be the mech buyer on his team, potentially. And Puck has a Blink Dagger. Probably going to finish up. Well, we'll see. We've seen a lot of Pucks go Necronomicon in the America qualifiers. That's something they might do, but I kind of doubt it. Oh, Batrider finds a kill on the Elder Titan with the help of God. Oh man, I need to watch this Batrider more closely on the minimap, but it's okay.
Yeah.
He finds the kill.
I really wasn't checking it at all either. And Illidan, he's coming to the top lane. He has the race car almost finished. Doesn't have the SNY, but he has the armlet now. And he's pretty damn speedy with the drums, with the face boots activated. I really thought he's just gonna open wounds, Luna, and go man mode.
Yeah, and well, Luna can mostly piece out. How's her BKB looking? She has actually just finished it, so a nice item pickup for Relax. It'll help that Luna fight a bit better if they do end up being forced to fight. So certainly something they were looking forward to. And we'll have to see how aggressive they want to get now that they have this, if they want to actually fight. But they'll probably wait for this Lone Druid Radiance to do too much of anything. Up to 3.4k gold, but well.
Yeah, the Radiance will be really good as well up against Jotunmon, the Sand King. The Sand King just has to be extremely mindful of his own positioning, not to get into the Radiance area. And Lone Druid is actually one of the most annoying, I guess, Lone Druid as well as the Naga. Just get Radiances and completely disable any and all Blink Daggers.
Yeah, it's based those two heroes and Spectre. Spectre does it a little bit less often, but she's up there as well for just annoying those Blink Dagger supports a lot and actually just straight up killing them sometimes, which is very unfortunate. As a frequent Shadow Shaman player can say, I've had many games ruined by Spectre, and I've been very sad, but well, we'll have to see what happens this game for that. Shadow Shaman's quite away from his Blink Dagger, so he doesn't need to worry about that anytime soon, but I reckon that's what he'll go for. Probably gonna grab Arcane Boots at some point, or no, looks like he's gonna go straight Blink.
Oh, he's running into Charge Law. Oh, Lone Druid running away from Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, well,
like, I guess he
was just scared of what was there. I mean,
yeah,
you don't want to get shackled down and blown up, and Illidan's coming in as well, so. Well, these teams just don't really want to fight that much. They're all about the pickoffs, and they're getting a pretty equal number. But Batrider has Lasso back. He's looking for Elder Titan. Gonna grab him yet again. He's like, oh, come on, guys. Just let me farm this lane. But here comes Tame My Wild. Gonna try and do a bit, but there's a Blink, Coil, and Silence. But, I mean, 2 heroes here, and he really can't do a whole lot about it. And, well, Coil ends, and just a Bear here to really ruin with, really fool with them, but they'll just leave. So, no harm, no foul. Another kill. Batrider finding a use for slamming Lasso. Top lane, though. Forcing a BKB on Yoki, actually, the ward's going to be dropped, but they want to fight this, and that's a 10-second BKB down the drain.
Yeah, they'll take that trade, I think, any day. I mean, Illidan didn't lose that much HP, he's going to reach it up anyway. Although their wards once again will get farmed up, but they did more than half the damage to the tower already, so
Yeah.
well worth the trade for V.
Yep. I do like that. You can look at that a couple of ways, and I think at the end of the day, it's kind of worth it for both teams. You're not too terribly upset. Like 10-second BKB, oh well, that's a bummer, but I mean, we're not dead. We got some ward money. It's fine. They can't push a tower too heavily for a little bit, so at the end of the day, it probably breaks out decently close to even. And we'll take a look at the gold graph, I guess. VP actually has been gaining a pretty steady gold advantage over this time. They've been farming the map a bit more efficiently. These pickoffs helping as well. Batrider doing his job for sure, and Experience Lead going the same way. So VP pulling a little bit more and more ahead each minute. So I don't know if Relax, it's kind of hard to realize it because it's not that obvious of a deficit they're falling into, to be perfectly honest. I mean, they're losing some kills here and there, but they can't feel too far behind. But we'll have to see if they take action, and they actually will. Smoke immediately. Looks like they want Illidan.
It would be an important pickup. They're going in with the silence or something.
Coil as well, and well, he's gonna rage TP. Did they have anything to actually stop this? They don't. That is a huge bummer. They spent a lot on that. Well, they didn't spend Eclipse. They spent only the Coil, I guess, but
That was lame.
Smoke and a Coil spent, but they just didn't have the damage follow-up. I mean, Luna just, I mean, with the BKB, she has a Yasha now, so her damage is getting a bit better, but right now they just don't have any way to deal with the BKB TP. Like, I don't know. But
Oh, they're going on mid lane.
yeah, they just can't get him. Force Staff's too good. I mean, that's like I said earlier, Force Staff's just really good against that sort of thing. You just piece right out, and you'll just be just fine. But well,
And
VP hanging on Roche. They have wards up in a couple seconds, so this might be something they're thinking about, and it's a good reason to pick Shadow Shaman on the dire side. Just drop wards and take Roche, and that plus the OD orb will be an appreciable bit of damage, though.
yeah,
VP gonna take this Roche, and I don't know if there's no real ward vision for Relax in that area, so I think they should get this for free.
oh, the Astral Spirit, I'm not too sure if it
Oh,
actually
Jodo.
made it. Oh, that was so close.
Oh, the
But
bad
G,
block.
with the double damage, I think they have enough. And yeah, Windex, his Astral Spirit just caught a little bit too low, and now it's too late, even if he scouts it out. Oh, Earth Splitter!
It's a lot of damage on G, but I mean on God, but he gets the Aegis, so he doesn't care that much. Radiance is now done on Lone Druids. That's a really big item for Relax as far as fighting and also split pushing. So we'll have to see how they can deal with this Aegis. Like I said, VP had that gold lead, so if they can turn that into towers with this Aegis, that's gonna be a really big deal for them. But we'll have to see how aggressive they want to get, or if they just want to use this to farm a bit more safely. Which, I mean, either way, could be a way to look at it. I mean, I don't know. These lineups are really close in style, so you can really play it either way.
Yeah, it's just both teams waiting for some certain items like the Radiance for the Lone Druid, which of course they now have, but they can justify them being passive with just, okay, we need the Manta style on Yoki before we go fight. Whereas Illidan, he's working towards his AC. He's about 2,000 gold away from it if he wants to finish it. But God, on
God's
the
getting
OD,
very close with Scythe.
yeah, that's the biggest item to pick up for them, I think.
Yeah, that's one way, like, it's another disable for that lifestealer to stop him from raging, and I think that's what's really important. It's what was certainly lacking in that gank top, as we saw. Like, once the puck was done with all of his spells, there was just nothing left in the tank to stop that hero, so getting his Scythe should help out quite a bit, and, well, we'll have a bit of a pause, and I guess we take this time to look a bit more at the items. NS, almost certainly going Blink at this point, 1.6k, so he's actually getting pretty damn close. The Bear has that Radiance, so looking pretty good on him so far, and only 500 gold. Illidan's good to go now. Crazy, still not a whole lot of money. He's been not really finding a lot of farm. He's looking for pickoffs and not getting them. I mean, he has Arcane Boots now, so he's a nice mana pool, but he'll be a bit squishy going forward against this team, unfortunately for him. Like, normally you see, like, Treads or something like that for a bit of survivability, or maybe Phase Boots for laning, but at this point, going for Arcanes seems, I'm not sure about that idea, but well, we'll have to see how it pans out.
Yeah, at the moment, Relax, I mean, they're breaking out even, or they were at least for quite a long while, and now they're going on the tower as well, so some aggression, and oh, Crazy wants to go in.
He wants to, but the damage right now just from this, from the Luna and the Radiance Bear coming forward, just that damage on towers is just a bit much. If you give a Bear some space, similar to the Lycan, there's very few heroes. I would say those two and Tiny are the ones that can just take out single towers faster than you can blink an eye, so be very careful. Actually, they find a stomp on Chodom in the trees, but really no follow-up on that, and well, God was perfectly okay letting that tower go. He's just farming bottom lane, has the Scythe done at 500 gold. Wondering what his next item could be. He doesn't... BKB, not really necessary, I don't think, for him, but he'll want to go for another intelligence item. Maybe a Shiva's on him could be something they could go for. Decent item against Relax, but it just helps with that intelligence pool. It gives a little bit of armor against the Lifestealer as well.
I do agree that she was probably the best pickup. Maybe a Rod of Aethos. Although if the enemy targets are BKB'd anyway, like the Luna will be, won't be that effective. But well, other than that, I mean, like you talked about already early in the game, that there's no natural BKB carriers on the side of Relax except the Luna. So I mean, Road of Athos might be possible, but the Shiva's card definitely just reducing the damage output of Relax, and of course making Virtus.pro tankier in return. So, oh, they're going on God. Or who's going on
nice
who?
Hex, and oh my god, that damage from God right now with that Scythe and the Force Staff and the Entreads is just a ton. Gonna try and find God here, but he takes a fair bit of damage. Astrals himself, not sure if this will quite save him. He does have a Force Staff up. Yes, he does. Gonna try and get himself out. No, he just goes for the man fight. He doesn't have the Aegis, so it's okay. Lasso with immediate disruption, and Luna trying to go to work on this Bad Rider. Arsart's very low. OD oldest drop, doesn't really kill anybody off. Does drop a lot of heroes low. Goes to the Astral, and he has to leave, even with the puck down and going down pretty quickly. Jotum finds a Burrow Strike and helps OD find another kill. OD trying to go to work on the Bear and take that down as Lifestealer kills the Elder Titan. Bear trying to hold these heroes off as best he can. Arsart actually taking a lot of damage from the Radiance, but the Bear will go down 300 gold to NS. And he has a Blink Dagger done as well. Jotum trying to give chase. Can they actually catch up to Shockflow? And yes, they can. Burrow Strike to finish, and that's a very nice fight from VP. And, well, that fight looked like it was going to be okay for a while for Relax. I think without the OD Aegis, that goes a lot better for them, but once he respawned, just not a whole lot they could do, and his damage output was a lot, and Illidan certainly helped out a lot that fight as well, showing up late, and Puck going down did not help their cause as well. Not the best initiation from him, maybe.
I want to confirm one thing of this in this game. I'm not too sure of myself, but have we even seen one Eclipse from the Luna? I'm not sure we have.
I think you're right. I don't think we've seen a single one, and well, it's not a well, looking at it, I mean, it's a decent team to have it up against. It's not like there's any summons on their team, but it's just... Was she even, like, at that fight? She was at that fight? I don't know where the
Yes, she was running around the river and doing nothing.
I have no idea. I have no explanation for that.
She didn't even get to pop the BKB, so
She was just sitting there right-clicking heroes. I guess she just felt she wasn't close enough to that many heroes to get away with it. There are a lot of blinks and Force Staffs, so maybe she was scared they would just peace out once she started it, but you gotta at least try in that sort of fight. I mean, that's a lot of damage potentially. You're kind of just throwing out the window. Maybe Arsart goes down there as opposed to before where he didn't. And he helped get that last kill secure as well, so... Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Yoki, I mean, his farm's alright. I mean, the net worth's up there, but I mean, gotta use your Eclipse, buddy. It helps your team in these fights a lot.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, I mean, both teams, it looks like they don't even care too much. They're just going back to farming, although Virtus.pro, they've taken a bit more aggressive route. They have, of course, the Hex from before already. That definitely helped them getting the pickups, and now they have the Infest Bomb as well, Arsart. If he finds somebody, if he finds Charge, oh, I fear for this pair.
Yeah, he's going to be in a bit of trouble, and, well, they know where he is now. And wards are going to be dropped. Maybe going to try and force a reaction in a bad fight here. There's a sheep up on the Bear, but there's the Blink and the Infest Bomb, but a nice Epicenter going to try and do some damage. And, well, there's a bit of a disruption, so nothing quite happens. Yoki should be able to get out okay. You think, oh, there it is, the Eclipse, finally. A man can dream, and the dream has come true, but it doesn't clean anybody up. Defensive Astral from G protects somebody. Blink, he Force Steps right into a Stomp, but... not enough damage. They clean up the tower. 2 kills. A lot of heroes almost dead, but just not quite able to finish the job. And, well, very smart disruption in Illidan, just feasting and armor toggling his way through that Eclipse and makes it out just fine. So, nice fight for VP, and they take an even bigger lead. The lead's not tremendously obvious, but, I mean, if you look at the gold graph and the XP graph, they've been growing pretty steadily. And the fights now that they're actually happening, VP are coming out on top, and I think they're just executing a bit better as well.
Yeah, I think the XP is probably the biggest thing at the moment. I mean, sure, VP, they have some pretty damn nice items like the Assault Cuirass, just overall utility teamfight items. And, well, yeah, like I said, the biggest thing probably the levels, and that fight didn't even include the Sanity's Eclipse. It's level 3, and what it got just by up, it's another Mystic Staff, so it's gonna be the Shiva's card after all. But that intelligence, it's just coming, or getting pretty sick now, because the Sanity's Eclipse, it's just gonna kill off the supports with one go, I think.
Yeah, potentially. And, well, Puck's picked up an Ogre Club, so I reckon a BKB. I don't really know what else you would get on with an Ogre Club for Puck, but we'll have to see. But that's not an item you generally want to go for. You either want to find some more lockdown or more burst or something like that, but he doesn't feel he can, so... Well, this is one of the situations where you might call it a game-losing item, but, I mean, they're behind. This Puck keeps getting blown up. She just needs more tank, so I can't really blame her for going for this item.
Well, tank is always nice, in some regards at least, but, well...
They just need more lockdown is the problem, I think.
Yeah, and actually this Puck, I haven't really seen anything too awesome coming out from him at all. of course, he tried to go on OD when he had the Aegis. Suddenly hexed a few right clicks with the Arcane Orb. And, I mean, we talked about Scientist Eclipse doing more damage with Intelligence, but so will the Arcane Orb. I'm not actually too sure how much extra. He does about 200.
Infest, looking for blood. Hate to interrupt you, but, well,
yeah.
You might see something. He blinks actually a bit ambitiously, doesn't find anything, but Courier is right there. But Jotham's like, wait, guys, what? Left him in a bit in the dust there, and Jotham might pay for this. But no, here comes the Bat Rider with the BKB on as well now. Illidan trying to go to work. Goes in the bear for a little bit, doesn't quite finish it off, but Lasso, immediate disruption, so nice play there. Illidan getting kind of low, and that's pretty low as well. He did drop the wards, not a whole lot more he can offer, but the Glaze bouncing through. Definitely a better fight for Relax. Epicenter gonna fly through. Gonna try and finish off Windex. Can't quite do it though, he's pretty low. Doesn't quite finish it. Here comes the Eclipse, not really hitting on anything, but now we'll start hitting some heroes. God might go down. Oh, never mind. Drops the hammer. Kills 2 heroes, saving his own life as well. Oh my goodness, the timing on that ultimate. And Illidan, he's not done yet. Trying to chase down Dread, and with an open wounds, he will get disrupted, but will it be a purge as well? No, it's already been used, so he doesn't have that. Dread, you might be in a bit of trouble, but, well, nice convenient route. Might save his life. He's just fighting illusions at this point, so. Well, God, that fight. And never mind, Arsart also cleans up the Elder Titan. Windex almost got away with his life there, but not quite. And that was about as bad as a fight could have started for VP, and they still come out ahead.
Yeah, they just didn't use their ultimates except for the Shadow Shaman Wars, which NS, he just blocked himself in with them. How often do you see that happen? It's always funny to watch, but I mean, Virtus.pro, like you said, it definitely started off horrible for them, but suddenly the Epicenter, the Sanity's Eclipse, and fight 1. I mean, it was a 3-for-2, so not a disaster, but the Roche on top of it now. I mean, Illidan, he's pretty hard to mention. He's been actually doing pretty nice in the fights as well. He's just been focusing the Spirit Bear. So the Spirit Bear actually got resummoned during the fight. And even after that, Illidan just completely wrecked the bear, so the bear just had to run away. So the Spirit Bear overall, a non-factor more or less in the fights.
Yeah, they've been playing it really nicely. Sometimes that bear just gets really obnoxious in fights. It's just a pain in the ass to deal with, but life's certainly a good way of dealing with it, and they've handled these fights tremendously so far. And oh, Blink Lasso. Gotta find out Windex, and oh my god, the damage from OD right now with that Shiva Scar picked up. It's absolutely ridiculous. And Wicked 6 Read as well for Arsart, so they're just gonna keep going. They have this Aegis Hunch God. Level 2 wards up, they will get dropped in the tower. He's working towards an Aghanims as well, so that's even more damage in the future. But without that Elder Titan, it might be hard pressed to fight this. The tower's going down very, very quickly. Forced F in from OD, looking for the Astral Prism. Doesn't quite find it. Forces the puck to blink out. And, well, that's be a set of racks going the way of VP. Not a whole lot Relax can do to deal with this. They do just split push, but that's not going to work out on top lane. Oh my god. Well, see ya, Sasha.
I mean, that's melee racks as well, and Relax. I mean, nice idea, I guess, to split push, but when you lose your own racks, you don't even get the enemy racks, and Yoki doesn't even get the tier 2 now. He leaves his Manta Illusions behind, but Relax, it looks like they had a game plan. But they just waited a bit too long, maybe were a bit too, just felt too safe with the late game potential.
Yeah, I mean, going back to a point raised earlier, it's, as far as the initiation war between Bat Rider and Puck, Bat Rider won today, as far as that goes. He's done an absolutely fantastic job, and that's just the power of this hero. That's why it's first pick in nearly every game, because there's just no easy way to deal with it. They even picked what you could kind of call a counter in the Shadow Demon, but it just wasn't enough. I mean, Bat Rider just starts the fight out way too well anyway, because it forces a disruption on that, so that's one less in the fight as well. So, well, he tried, but Bat Rider is just a little bit too good, so we'll probably see Relax be a bit more careful about banning that hero in the future.
Yeah, Relax overall, I just think they haven't positioned themselves for proper fights most of the time anyway. So once again, it's like one getting caught, then they're trying to run in, save anybody, make something of the worst possible situation, but in the end, they just lose straight up anyway. And now, I mean, so much items, or so many items rather, on Virtus.pro suddenly. God had his Shiva Scar finished up before already, but now Arsart has his own as well. So they're just not only tanky now, they do a lot more magic damage, slowing the enemy down. And that of course helps Lifestealer to stay on top of targets. He has a Basher as well, and 100 gold to the Abyssal Blade if you want to get it.
Very close, and well, that Luna's going to have a sad, sad time once that Abyssal is done for sure. And well, let's see if they can even deal with this. Wards are back up again. They're still only level 2, but plenty of damage, especially with Illidan smacking away, so they can just sit back and siege this and play it carefully. There's going to be a disruption on Luna actually just to try and get some more illusions up, but well, God catches a stomp. Tier 3 tower does go down. Rack's starting to get shot. Earth Splitter Aura does literally nothing, and or sorry, Earth Splitter, whatever the heck that thing is called. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Illidan smacking racks, and the ward's also going to work. Range barracks will fall, and maybe probably shortly thereafter. But well, not a whole lot Relax can do. It just feels like how do they deal with this? Open wounds on the bear, just gonna smack away at it. They're doing a ton of damage. Crazy trying to do something about it, but well, he's stuck in no man's land. Well, there goes the racks. 2 racks down now, and well, there's a BKB from Luna, but there's no one to catch.
That was a really preemptive BKB. All they get the Dream Coil on 2 though.
Oh, and so onto Puck, and oh, that's gonna be a bit of a problem. Shivas as well, and well, the hero's dead. Oh, God gets blown up, but he has the Aegis, so he doesn't care that much. And they can just kind of keep going. Puck down once again, so... Oh, wow. Virtus.pro has 2 Shivas. I didn't even notice that, but... Well, so does he need 2 Shivas? Oh, Shoshlo, that's not where you want to be, buddy. He'll go down. Yoki trying to fight, but he'll get thrown in the asphalt. We'll save him temporarily, but oh my god, well, save is a relative term. And he gets absolutely devoured by that Outworld Devourer. And, well, that's probably got to be it. Arsar godlike. Illidan killing spree. 26 kills to 9. This game started out so even, and GG comes out from Relax, and VP just showing that they're just a bit more of a, honestly, just a bit better of a disciplined team, and they're more efficient with their farm, more efficient in finding kills, and at the end of the day, that gets them the win here. And it's a 2-0 sweep for them over Relax.
Yeah, it's really one of the heroes or players was Arsar that completely stood out to me. Sure, he had the best possible hero for initiations, but 10, 0, and 8,
yeah, Arsar,
not a single death.
Yeah, they played really well, and God, I mean, like we said earlier, this is a hero that you need a good start on, and if you do, your damage is ridiculous, especially if you skip that mechanism. And he did, and he showed what can happen if you get a good start with this hero. So nicely played by VP, protecting our cores, and, well, that'll be it for us today. So be sure to follow HeflaTV on all of our social media, and be sure to follow the stream as well. HeflaTV 2 is where we are right now, but HeflaTV 1 also worth a follow as well. So... well, let's see what else. So yeah, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter as well, probably. Follow myself on Twitter, at Don Horatio, and my wonderful co-caster, Couture, at Couture. So, yeah. So, do you have any other comments before we close the stream out?
No, not really. Just, there's one game actually going on HeflaTV 1 if you want to tune in. It's Osleeki Gaming versus Compass Gaming, if I'm not wrong. And of course, on this same channel, you'll see it in 30 minutes, Goomba Gaming versus Relax.
Yep, alright, well... we'll go ahead and leave the stream up then, probably. Well, I'll have to take it down because I won't be streaming the next game, unfortunately. But, well, we'll be back with you very soon for those next set of games. So we'll see you very, very soon, guys. Thanks for watching, and good night / good morning / good evening.